ati narabyaye ibintu byose bya ubuzima narabubonye atahasigaye reka ntegereze ubushake bw'Imana.
The very least you can do in your life is figure out what to hope for. And the most you can do is live inside that hope. We have always held on to it, the belief, the conviction that there is a better life, a better world beyond the horizon.
Nitwa Musabyimana Zawukiya.
Zawukiya. Ufite imyaka ingahe?
Mfite imyaka 64.
She is called Zawukiya. It is unbelievable, but at this age, she is showing signs of pregnancy. She has been living like this for 17 years now. It is a disorder that she cannot also explain what is happening to her. They make fun of her, saying that she might give birth to an elephant. She gets hurt when she hears people saying this, but all she does is ignore them since she cannot go around telling each and everyone in this society that she is sick. This happened after she had given birth to 3 children. Surprisingly, her sister is also facing the same condition in her late 70s. They all do not know what's happening to them, since everyone they went to asking for help found this mysterious. Zawukiya tried to go to the hospital for treatment, and they kept transferring her to a lot more different hospitals. This means that she was hardly treated. They were too poor to afford paying the hospital bills. She finally gave up and decided to live with this because she had been running from different hospitals and places seeking for help from people, which was obvious that they couldn't do anything to change what was happening to her. Today, we visited Zawukiya so that she could tell her story to the world, and maybe this will change her life completely. She lives in a village far away from the closest city. She lives here alone, and what has been happening to her is unbelievable. Before all this happened, she was a normal and fine lady. There was nothing wrong with her or even her body. She did not think that this would ever happen at any one moment. Later, she found a man that they fell in love with and got married. She and her husband moved to this house, and this is where they both lived like a newly wedded couple. It wasn't long after then when she got pregnant and they were expecting to have a baby of their own. Time for giving birth came and everything seemed to be absolutely normal. According to what she says, she went to the hospital to give birth. Both Zawukiya and her baby were absolutely fine. Later, they moved home and started taking care of the baby. A few years later, she got pregnant again and gave birth to 2 other children. This now made them 3. They grew up and 2 of them started living on their own, but everything did not go well because they are now in prison, and this means that she cannot get help from them. The other child is at school because she decided to take her far away from this society because she might be mentally affected by the negative things that people keep saying about her mother. She thought that this was a good idea. After she had given birth to her last born, unfortunately, her husband died. This was so shocking to this family because he was the one that was financially supporting each and every one of them. Their lives turned out to be challenging after they had lost him. A few months later, she started showing signs of pregnancy. There was no way that this could be possible because she had really spent a long time without sleeping with anyone. She waited to see what this was going to turn into. The pain kept being consistent. At 43, she was missing her periods, having a lot of headache, and most shockingly, her belly started becoming bigger and bigger. It was obvious that she was pregnant, but she knew that this was impossible. Zaukia tried to go to the hospital for treatment, but the local hospital she went to did not seem to do anything at all because they couldn't find what was wrong or what was even happening to her. The best they could do was to transfer her to a much better hospital in the city. The hospital she was transferred to was very far and there was no way that she was going to afford, so she decided to look for another hospital nearby where she went to expecting to get different results. She was totally wrong because it was the same case. She says that her sister also moved to different hospitals a lot more than her. They did everything they could, but no one helped them because they couldn't afford to pay much better hospitals for treatment. So they both decided to give up. Now she lives alone. She is still showing signs of pregnancy and sometimes she gets a lot of headache. Even when we came to visit her, she could barely walk a few steps without stopping, and her suffering was obvious. Living here alone is so hard for her because she hardly gets anything to eat. She spends days without eating, and she says that it is obvious that this also keeps making her condition even more worse than it should be. It makes her so worried about her life.
Hari igihe uba wabuze nk'icyo uteka iyo nizara byose bikagufata ukazungurira.
A lot of people living around here have obviously been seeing her for a very long time. They keep saying that she has been pregnant like forever now, or it is some kind of curse that is ruining her life. But it has been very hard for her to go around explaining to everyone that she is sick, since she cannot even tell what is happening to her. She is requesting for help to get advanced treatment because she couldn't afford the hospital bills. She greatly believes that once she is able to access this treatment, she will at least know what is happening to her. The funds that will be used to take her to a better hospital for advanced treatment will be donated via GoFundMe, a link that is in the description of this video and pinned in the topmost comment by Afrimax English. A positive statement propels hope towards a better future. It builds up our faith and that of those. It also promotes change too. There was never a night that was a problem to defeat sunrise or hope. We all go through a lot of different hard times, and this is when we need to live more than we ever did. Thank you for watching. My name is Prince. This is Afrimax English. Do not forget to subscribe.